characters, Awiyaw, a man in his late 20s, strong, determined, but compassionate. He is torn between his duty to the tribe and to his love for his wife, Lumnay. Lumnay, a woman in his mid-20s, graceful, wise, and deeply emotional. She is strong yet devastated with the inability to bear a child, resulting for the dissolution of her marriage. Madulimay, Awiyaw's new bride, whom he is marrying to fulfill the tribe's unwritten law of producing offspring. It's getting dark because of the fast night approaching. Awiyaw and Lumnay are walking outside the house to gather some wood to light a fire. Just because Lumnay is unable to bear a child, Awiyaw decided to end their marriage.
Has to be done. I'm sorry, but neither of us can help it.
Lumnay looks really disappointed, but she knew to herself that she cannot do anything to stop his husband. They continue gathering woods and walking.
If you really don't hate me for this separation, you should go. Who would think? Maybe one of the men will see you dancing and that would be enough to marry you.
He felt a pang inside him because what he said was really not the right thing to say and because the woman did not talk or steer. Lumnay still didn't say a word. Leo set some of the burning wood into place.
You know, I tried my best to be a good husband to you. For real, I don't want this. I don't want us to be separated, but because of our tribe's tradition, I'm so sorry, but I have to.
I don't want any other. All I want is you.
You know, even I don't want any other woman but you. I'm really sorry. I'm just a man. It's a child after the 7th heart. And I thought I tried it with Badulina. It was
I did everything I could. I prayed. I sacrificed. But Kabunyan did not bless us.
Kabunyan's will is indeed beyond from us.
Maybe it's not meant to be for us to bear a child in this world. Maybe it's not meant to be. I did not fail you. I did not. You know, I always want what's best for you. For us.
So sorry, Lumnay. I know that you are the best wife in this tribe. You made me feel that way, but you know that I need a child to carry on. This tribe needs one, and how about this field that I built for who they will belong with? Please, Lumnay, I'm begging you. You need to go to the dance. I don't want to force you, but you deserve happiness. You need to be free of me.
No, Will, no. I don't want to dance without you.
You don't belong. The elders, they will wonder where I've gone. And Badulina, she will be waiting for me.
Awiyaw! It's alright, Awiyaw. Go to the dance. But if you truly love me, let me keep this necklace.
Keep them, my beloved. They are from my grandmother. It worth 20 fields, but when you are wearing it, it worth more than that. Please don't lie. I hope you can forgive. I am really sorry. for everything that I've done. And please, I am asking you one thing. Keep this bead. It will be always forever with
Abiyaw. I love you, Abiyaw. And I will forever love you.
you. You know that I love you. And you will always have a special part for me.
After that hug, Awio starts walking away to Lumnay to go back to the dance and meet Madulimay. While Awio is walking away, she looks at his face with the fire playing upon his features. Hard and strong and kind, he had a sense of lightness in the way of saying things, which often made her and the village people laugh. Before parting ways, Lumnay insisted that she don't care about the fields and the house. Only Awio, and he doesn't want any other man. Awio stated that Lumnay will remain fruitless, and hearing this, Lumnay said that he'll go back to his father and die. For the last time, Awio said that if you die, it means you hate me. You do not want me to have a child. You do not want my name to live on this tribe. He stopped as if suddenly hit by a spear. In pain, he turned to her. Her face was in agony, and it pained him to leave. She had been wonderful to him. What was it in life, in the work of the field, in the planting and harvest, in the silence of night, in the communing of husband and speech of a child? Suppose he changed his mind? Why did the unwritten law demand, anyway, that a man, to be a man, must have a child to come after him? And if he was fruitless, but he will love Lumnay. It was like taking away half of his life to leave her like this. Lumnay could hear the throbbing of the gangsas coming to her through the caverns of the other houses. She knew that all the houses were empty, that the whole tribe was at the dance and only she was absent. And yet, was she not the best dancer of the village? Lumnay could hear the throbbing of the gangsas coming to her through the caverns of the other houses. She knew that all the houses were empty, that the whole tribe was at the dance and only she was absent. And yet, was she not the best dancer of the village? Did she does not have the most lightness and grace? Would she not alone all the women dance like a bird, tripping for grains on the ground, beautifully timed to the beat of the gangsas? Did not the men praise her supple body and hands like the wings of the mountain eagle? And now, then, as she danced. How long ago did she dance at her own wedding? Tonight, all the women who counted, who was once danced in her honor, were dancing now in the honor of another, whose only claim was that perhaps she could give her husband a child. She finally made for the other side of the village where the dancing was. There was a flaming glow over the whole place. A great bonfire was burning. The gangsas clamored more loudly now, and it seems they were calling to her. She was near at the last. She could see the dancers clearly now. The men leapt lightly with their gangsas, and they circled in the dancing women, decked in feast garments and beads, tripping on the ground like a graceful birds, following their men. Her heart warmed to the flaming call of the dance. Strange heat in her blood welled up, and she started to run. But the flaming brightness of the bonfire commanded her to stop. Did anybody see her approach? No, so she stopped. What if somebody had seen her coming? The flames of the bonfire leaped in countless sparks, which spread and rose like yellow points and died out in the night. The blaze reached out to her like a spreading radiance. She did not have the courage to break into the wedding feast. She followed the trail above the village. When she came to the mountain stream, she crossed it carefully. Nobody held her hands, and the stream water was very cold. The trail went up again, and as she was in the moonlight shadows, among all the trees and the shrubs, slowly she climbed to the mountain. When Lumnai reached the clearing, she could see from where she stood the blazing bonfire at the end of the village, where the wedding was. She could hear the far of clamor of the gongs, still rich in their sorrowsness, echoing from mountain to mountain. The sound did not mock her. They seemed to call far to her, speak to her in the language of unspeaking love. She felt the pull of their clamor, almost the feeling that they were telling her their gratitude for her sacrifice. Her heartbeat began to sound to her like the many gangsters. Numnai thought of Awiyao as the Awiyao had known long ago, a strong, muscular boy carrying his heavy loads of fuel logs down the mountain to his home. She had met him one day as she was on her way to fill her clay jars with the water. He had stopped at the spring to drink and rest, and she made him drink to the cool mountain water from her coconut shell. After that, it did not take too long for him to decide to throw a spear on the stairs of her father's house. The wind began to stir the leaves of the bean plants. Lumnai looked for a big rock on which to sit down. The bean plants had now surrounded her, and she was lost among them. A few more weeks, a few more months, a few more harvests. What did it matter? She would be holding the bean flowers, soft in the texture, silken almost, but moist where the dew got into them. Silver to look at, silver on the light blue. Blooming whiteness, when the morning comes, the stretching of the bean pods full length from the hearts of the willing petals would go on.